every case is different for parenting things. Every case is so different. It's, again, important to give the judge the facts.
When is modification of custody, parenting time, or support appropriate?
So there are standards are a little bit different depending on what you're trying to modify in Massachusetts. For child support, our standard is quite low. It just has to be that the guidelines formula indicates that the number is different now than it was the last time support was calculated. With changes in parenting plan, there needs to be a material change in circumstances. So something a little bit more than just plan, it's not working for me, or maybe 6 months have gone by, the children, something else needs to have shifted, but that's up for debate. So sometimes it's up to the lawyers to decide or to argue about whether there has been a change in circumstances. But every case is different for parenting things. Every case is so different. It's, again, important to give the judge the facts, the specific facts of the case, so they understand.
Yes, I do agree with you that family dynamics change over time.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. So while some disputes continue after divorce, others can be avoided with proactive planning. How do you reframe prenuptial agreements as a form of clarity rather than mistrust?
Yes, so I also represent people who are entering into prenuptial agreements. I think that my background in divorce litigation helps me to explain to people the different rights and responsibilities that you have when you get married to somebody, and how things can shift over time. When people get married, they're often in a very good place in their relationship and you trust each other completely. So it can be difficult to have these conversations. But I think another creator online, who's another divorce lawyer, said this. I can't take credit for it, but they said, you have a prenup, whether you realize it or not. The prenup is the law of the state or the country where you're living. So if you don't understand how the law applies to your situation when you're getting married, then you have a prenup. You just don't know what your rights and responsibilities are. It's important. So I like to educate people about marriage law and rights, and what happens if you die while you're married, how does your spouse receive part of your estate, to understand all of those things. And then you can enter into a contract that might modify some of those rights depending on whatever situation you and your spouse, your intended, are in.
So in such cases, who benefits then?
Who benefits the most from prenups? I think that it's beneficial for both parties to have a conversation about finances and about real expectations of how finances are going to work in a marriage. I think that sometimes it's a catalyst for that conversation, that conversation will happen inevitably. So it's better to have it before you get married. And I think it can deepen a bond and create a better foundation. Prenups are usually designed to protect assets that one spouse or both spouses are bringing into the marriage. Maybe they have already been working and contributing to retirement, and they want to protect those things. Maybe one person has a home. The other common scenario for a prenup is where one or both spouses has family money. Maybe they are the beneficiary of trusts or family businesses, or just other wealth that they have received or inherited, or they expect to inherit, and they want to protect their family's money from being dumped into the marital pot without and the complexity that comes with that on the other side of doing discovery, valuation issues, and things like that. So it's possible to agree to protect some or all of those assets as separate in a contract, in a prenup.
And I guess with what you said now, that is where transparency comes into play. Because if you're not transparent, that's going to be a big issue as well.
Yes. In Massachusetts, our prenups have financial disclosure schedules that list each person's assets and income and any expectancies they might have in terms of inheritances or other rights that may be coming in the future. So there is an emphasis on financial disclosure for sure. That's an important part of having an enforceable prenup.
Thank you so much for that.
Be safe and be positive. And don't forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you. Bye for now.